Is it really possible for busy gals to meal prep under $100? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you that it's absolutely possible to make easy, balanced, high protein food that tastes delicious, that doesn't break the bank. So if you're someone who hates meal prepping, you think it takes so long, you think the food is soggy and gross, I'm here to show you that it doesn't have to be that way. In this video, I am showing you the exact process of meal prepping for under $100, from planning, grocery shopping to prepping, to show you guys how easy and how delicious it actually can be to achieve your body composition goals. So let's get into step one, which is planning.
Okay, step one is always going to be planning out my meals for the week. This is the meal planning sheet that I use every week. This is the sheet I get my clients to use because it's just such a visual way to just figure out what you're going to do for the week. So for breakfast this week, so this meal prep video isn't going to be bland and boring. We are going to do preppable bagels. And we're going to difference that. And then the protein is going to be bacon whites, just to get that protein up. And then as the vegetable, we're doing chives. This is a fantastic way to really increase your knowledge around nutrition, because this is like going to be your steps into intuitive eating, because you need to understand what are carbs, what are fats, what are proteins, so then you know how to balance your plate when you're in any situation. So this is that. Then for lunch, we're going to do simply a grilled fake away. % lean mince. We're going to do a tomato relish as well. And then for an afternoon snack, I'm having a Sam's Pantry bar. And then for dinner, we are doing a sun-dried tomato pesto creamy gnocchi. Personally, don't track every single calorie I eat. I just balance my plate depending on what phase I'm in. Super simple, super satisfying, super delicious, but hitting my macros, hitting my calories. Then of course I'm going to eat the same thing every day. So I don't only have to do one day. So we're done. Now moving on to step 2 is doing the groceries. So for the purpose of this video, I have literally put everything in my cart to show you guys that it can easily be done under $100. When I am making everything, I have got some of the ingredients already in my fridge, so I'm not going to repurchase them, but just to show you guys evidence that it's come, the entire menu has come in at $97.94. And the cool thing is that there is more actually than a week of groceries that you'll really need. So for an example, to get the amount of mince that I needed, I actually needed to buy a whole kilo of it. So that means we've basically got a week and a half worth of food. Same with all of the other things like the sauces and the eggs. These are the things that you'll have in your fridge now so that you can use for the following week. So while yes, it's $94, it's under the 100, it's also more than a week's worth of food. So it's actually even cheaper than $100. I've been ordering my groceries online, which has been an absolute game changer. I've been changing between ordering them online actually and going to Aldi. Step 2, order your groceries and make sure you've got all of your ingredients ready to prep.
All right, let's make the preppable bagels. I'm super excited. So I'll show you the bagels that I'm using. Just these bagel thins. Just got them from Woolies. Super good. They're not as, they're a little bit thinner than a normal bagel, a little bit less energy dense, so we can make them all really balanced. So what I've done is just written out the recipe and I've timed it by how many I'm making for this. For today, we're making 5 serves. So I've got all of my ingredients there, and now I'm just literally going to measure everything out and then cook it all up. Oh, first try. We love to see it. Do that, and then we're doing cream cheese. Only 5 grams of that. So if I didn't work from home, I would literally be cooking this entire thing today and just prepping them. But because I work from home, I have the time in the morning to cook each one fresh. However, I still like to be everything measured out, everything ready to go. So I'm still prepped. It takes literally 2 seconds every morning. If you do have the time in the morning, this also can be a way to do it, because to cook it, just have everything prepped. Cool. So measure the bacon out, measure the cream cheese with the chives. I'll just mix that together. And it's good now because I'm like, sweet, I know that this is going to be 5 serves. So whilst it doesn't have to be accurate every single day, I know that this has to last me until Friday. So it's portioned, I know, so I don't have to think about or measure that again. And then the rest is just egg whites and eggs, and then that's it. So that's literally taken about 5 minutes to prep everything. So if I was prepping all 5, I would be cooking all of the bacon right now, but right now I'm just cooking 1 and I've got it prepped. So we're doing that, and then we're gonna cook the eggs and put together, and that's it. Finished, prepped all week, ready to go. Look at crazy. So what I would do is wrap 5 of these up, and then they're ready to go every single morning. So you could just literally throw them in a sandwich press inside the baking paper. So keep it not cut. Toast it every single morning so it warms up, gets fresh. So you could easily take this to work because a lot of workplaces have a sandwich press. It doesn't smell. It smells amazing. And yeah, literally on the go. So let's taste test. Are you kidding? You can eat this and lose body fat. Perform in the gym. We're here for it. It's so good. Okay, now we're going to prep lunch and dinner. And again, the same thing. I've written down all my ingredients, the amount of serves times all the ingredients by the number of serves. Measure it all out. This is literally the longest bit, just like measuring out the ingredients. Won't take too long. Then once everything is measured out, then we cook it and we're done. So let's do that. Always have a scrap bowl because then it's keep your bench nice and tidy. I'm trying. Learning. Then gnocchi. That will be perfect. So that took about 5 minutes. Now all we have to do is chop up all the ingredients, which will probably take me 5 minutes. So 5 minutes to measure out, 5 minutes to chop everything up, and then it's all ready to cook and we're good to go. Then we separate it evenly into 5 containers, and because we've already done the measuring, we can just evenly split it after it's been cooked. We don't have to worry about it too much because we know the calories across the day are right. Yeah, so we'll chop this up and then get cooking, and then we're pretty much done meal prepping. So with the gnocchi, that's something I'm going to meal prep all together, put it in bulk and put it in separate containers. Whereas the burgers for dinner, I'm going to cook these fresh every single night because like I think that you got to pick and choose what you're going to meal prep and how, because like there's nothing worse than having a soggy burger, but at the same time, I'm still going to prep all the ingredients. So with the burgers, I'm just going to prep all the patties and put all the patties in a container. I'm going to chop up the lettuce and tomato, keep them in separate containers, and the red onion, in comparison to the gnocchi where I will cook that and put that in containers, because pasta, I find something that stays really well. And like pastas, curries, things like that is definitely something I'll meal prep, things that get better with time. But burgers and like salads and like Mexican bowls and things, I normally do like a bulk meal prep, like something more like this where I'll individually like have all the ingredients ready to go in the evening. So again, it's super easy. You don't have to worry about anything. Literally 5 minutes, you know, put it together and we're sweet. So like literally that's it. So then I'm just going to put all of these in a container like so, put it in the fridge ready to cook every night. And then the same thing, cut up this, so then it's just like, you know, a little bain-marie. So I'm just like, put it together, burger, ready in 5. Ready for the time it takes for this basically to cook. I like to do that as well. Literally like so. that's it, we're done. So that's the burgers that we're gonna put together every night. And then here we have the gnocchi ingredients ready to go. So I will cook that, probably take me about, I don't know, 20 minutes, not even, and then yeah. Woo. So when you're meal prepping, like I really recommend not doing it all at once. You do not have to spend hours on a Sunday doing it. What I love to do is splitting it up, and literally like when you're making one meal, like if you're cooking your dinner on a Sunday, at dinner time when you're cooking, instead of just cooking one, cook your entire meal prep. Same with your lunches. Like this morning, like I always like cook on a Monday because I would be normally cooking then anyway. And instead of making one, so at lunchtime, I'll make 5 lunches. And then at dinner, I'll make 5, depending on what I'm making. And if you are, you know, you've got a partner and, you know, you're cooking with them and you know, you're sharing that, it's like, have a conversation with them and get them involved. If they're, you know, they want to get, you know, achieve their goals as well. It's like, you know, you don't have to be responsible for everyone's meal. It's like, how can they help? How can they prep their meals? How can they make their lunches? And just do it together. Have really beautiful open communication and being like, yeah, let's do this. Let's do it together. Because that's how Niels and I structure it. He meal preps his lunches on his own. So he will make tuna salad every single, he eats the same thing every single week. Like it's a bit like that. But works for him. And that's the beautiful thing about it. It's just like, you just have to work out what works for you. Because that's going to be a game changer for you. So he'll meal prep his lunches, and then also we're meal prepping dinners. So he's doing burgers as well, but he's going to be responsible for making his own patties. I'm making my patties. All of the ingredients are shared. So we're, you know, eating the bread and, you know, the sauces and all the things the same, but he's responsible for that. I'm responsible for my patties. And then we just come together and eat it. Maybe actually I might eat at 5:30, he might eat at 7 because this girl's a hungry girl, so I might eat earlier. But the principle is just like, you know, we are doing it together but we're doing it separate, and that just really works. So yeah. Look at that. We are set for 5 days. Super excited about it. I'll probably keep 3 in the fridge, in the freezer, because I tend to like meals fresh for 4 days. So obviously we have to taste test this together. Oh, pasta is something that I probably could eat every day of my life. I love it so much. I love gnocchi. Fresh gnocchi. Yum. This is so good. The only thing that I would say is like, when you make this, it's really important that you cut up the chicken pieces the same size, because otherwise some chicken will be overcooked and some won't. And the key to like, you know, meal prepping and just food in general is just being like keeping things really simple, but then cooking them really well so that the chicken is like mouth-watering. Because that's the thing when it comes to meal prepping, is like you have to pick meals that are satisfying and that you look forward to, because there is nothing worse than like doing a big meal prep and then being like, oh my God, I do not want to eat that again. So it's just really important. Like for me now, this gnocchi, I'm like, oh, I'm going to look forward to this every single day and I'm excited to eat it. Whereas I've meal prepped things in the past where I've done like a Caesar salad or something that is cold, and I put it all together in containers, and it, like, don't do that. Don't work out so well. So like satisfaction factor of food is so big, because if you're not satisfied, then you're always looking for something after you eat. But if you actually balance your meal well and eat the food that you actually feel like, you eat it and you're like, oh, I'm good. I'm satisfied. I don't need any more. So low calories and healthy is not always better. Balanced and satisfaction is key. So keep that in mind when you're planning your meal preps. just made dinner. You guys, burgers, it's all about the layers, as you just saw. Nothing better than just like juicy. So yeah, every night I'm just gonna cook it, toast the bun, cook the patty, put it together. Literally don't have to think about it. Takes 10 minutes. And I'm sorted to the weekend. So you guys, that is how you're gonna meal prep for under $100, and tips on how to make it satisfying and delicious. If you like this style of video, leave a comment saying burger, so I know that you've watched it to here, and then I know that you love this style of content, so I will keep making it because I love cooking food for you guys. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one.